and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Hold on, we're connecting and I think we are good. Let us know if you can hear us in the comment section here on YouTube. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mini Mullins for a special Valentine's Day edition of Women's Club Hockey here at UMass. Also, senior night here tonight in Mini Mullins. I am your play-by-play and color commentator for the night, Cameron Erie. I'm alongside my partner, Dylan Shalom, here tonight. We have a special edition, like I said, Valentine's Day early morning matchup, senior night, representing our 4 seniors here in the UMass Club Hockey program. Dylan, how are we feeling about today's matchup, rather?
Very festive feel to today's game. A lot of balloons and decorations all over the place here in the Mini Mullins, and UMass are going to look to get back to winning ways after falling yesterday to this Niagara Purple Eagles side in a 2-0 shutout. UMass are going to look to come back and get back onto a winning way.
Absolutely. Men and women fighting to regain their momentum. They just went on a 9-game winning streak. Unfortunately suffered a tough 2-0 loss, like you said, against the Niagara Purple Eagles.
Great team name.
Yeah, the Purple Eagles, very unique name from this team. We'll get right into it. Starting lineup for the Minute Women, it is Lila Roche and Shelby Little on the point. And then it's Sparrow centering Alden Karlstein and Shay McDonald. 3 out of the 4 seniors starting this matchup as Sarah Matthews starts between the pipes for the Minute Women. Off to a hot start already. Minute Women turn it over in their own zone, heading up ice. Recovered by Roach. Like I said, it's senior night here tonight, honoring 4 seniors that have put in some incredible work into this program. Alden Karlstein, Maya Shapiro, Shelby Little, and Sarah Matthews, the last 2 being captains of this program. They were honored before the game. If you saw a little pregame sequence there, families came out on the ice. A nice little ceremony for players that have invested a lot of time in this program. Entering, gets tripped up. It was a 1-on-5, no call there.
A lot of space on the ice for both teams already.
Yeah, Ivory Arguin trying to use up some of that space. Now below the net, tries to center it, can't find it. Purple Eagles recover in the corner.
Arguin, the leading point scorer on this Minute Women team, only 6 goals on the season, but she's been dishing out assists left and right.
Absolutely. She is the leading point scorer. In terms of goals, though, you're looking for Hannah Gromko. She's got 12 goals on the season so far, with another 8 assists for a total of 20 points, nipping at the heels of Arguin's 21 on the season. No icing is the call. 1-on-2. Arguin tries to beat her out. Can't find it. Outlet pass broken up by the Minute Women. Bonfilio breaks it up, but it's heading the other way.
And that just went through Julia Williams' skates. It looked very close, and there's another chance.
There's a breakaway. It's Joanna Zhu with open ice. She goes left, right, back, in off the post. Bounces, no, behind the net now. Joanna Zhu still looking to recover. She finds Viskovitz at the point, lets it fly. Breadbasket save for the senior captain.
Mackenzie Adley had to stay completely calm with Joanna Zhu right in on goal, and she's able to stick her pad out and make sure it deflects off the post. And then the second shot by Viskovitz, it looks easier, but it's not that much easier with all the players screaming. A great job by the senior captain, as you said.
Yeah, crowded in front of the net, but Adley had eyes on it. She's played 15 games this season so far. And we got a 2-on-1 with a couple back checkers here. Backhand pass, can't find it for the Purple Eagles.
Layla Rushforth taking it all the way up the ice and then squaring it. No one there to finish the job.
Another feed. This one finds its way to the point. Now down low. Eagles can't control. Bonfilio tries to come in and help out. Recovered by the Eagles below the net. Facing some heavy pressure from Abby Malkin. Chip pass off the wall for Williams. Try to control at the red line right in front of us here.
Be prepared for a very dominant performance defensively from Clipperton, but she's no... Oh.
Bodies flying in front of the net. Minute Women recover.
She's no pushover offensively either. She's going to be involved at every spot of the game.
Oh, I hit into the wall and she went down hard. I believe that's Abby Malkin on the ground.
That is Abby Malkin down. She is getting up. Now, unclear whether or not they called a penalty there. The arm went up, but it might have just been to stop play.
Yeah, I think he motioned for cross check.
And it is going to be a cross check. It's going to be Claire Mallett who goes to the box.
First penalty of this game. Actually, Claire Mallett, she'll serve 2 for that cross check. Malkin gets up after a little time on the ice. Head back to Mackenzie Adley. She's played 15 games this year between the pipes for the Purple Eagles. She's went 5-8 in that time. She's got a 2.16 goals against average, but a .940 save percentage. She's the leading goaltender and the only senior on this Purple Eagles team.
Not much of a senior day for Niagara, but they'll celebrate their goaltender who's been so good to them this season.
They will, and they are on the penalty kill. Doing a great job so far. They've cleared the zone once, make that twice. Forces Matthews to recover. Evans facing some pressure. She recovers in the corner. Finds Kelsey Partridge with a little zone area. 2-on-3. Wrap around. Arwin now with control. Finds Evans at the point. Back down to Arwin. Arwin tries to wrap it around. Partridge behind the net. Back to Arwin. Men and women can't really set up here yet, but still with control. Partridge below the net. Now on the half wall. Backhands it to Little. Back to Partridge on the half wall. Niagara clears the zone.
It's been a good penalty kill for them so far. UMass haven't even had so much as a sniff at goal.
And over a minute into this, 45 seconds left. Clears the zone again. That's 4 for this Purple Eagles penalty killing unit.
I said it last week. The clear is the best thing you could do on the penalty kill. UMass have had trouble breaking it down.
Now entering the zone, Lily Sparrow, starting center for tonight's matchup. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Little at the point now to Viskovitz. Tries to put it on net. That one's wide. Now below the net is McDonald. Back to McDonald. Passes that one off to Abby Dunn out front. Can't find it.
I like the look trying to get the centering pass there into traffic. Just nothing there. And Niagara is going to clear that out for the last time on the penalty kill. They're going to go to even strength.
Men and women still struggling to recover in their own zone now. Coming out a bit flat-footed in this first period.
This isn't unusual for first periods, especially when games are so competitive the day before. It's harder to go out with the same kind of ferocity and energy that you had last night. And a morning game doesn't help that at all.
Yeah, a lot of factors in play as well. Valentine's Day today, senior night, a lot of emotions in the Mini Mullins. So Minutewomen trying to recover from that. It's a 2-on-1 down low. Pass out front goes through the legs of a Purple Eagle.
The dangers of a butchered change. UMass couldn't get their players off on time, and Niagara nearly had 2-on-0 with the goalkeeper.
Lana Zhu taking off now, using her speed to her advantage, dumps it in. Williams looks to recover. Now up the wall for Niagara. It'll go D to D. Stretch pass, can't find the center. That one will be icing.
Didn't deflect it in time as to avoid the icing, so UMass will get an offensive zone draw. 13:54 left here. There really hasn't been that many opportunities. You look at the Joanna Zhu opportunity where she went forehand, backhand to the net, couldn't get it to fall. But other than that, there hasn't been any clear-cut chances for either side as UMass are switching out their whole lineup.
Right, and the shots speak for themselves here. 6 minutes and a little more into this game. Shots are only 3-1 in favor of the Minute Women. Back into her own zone is Malkin. Back into this game after she took a scary hit earlier. Seems to be back in her form. Wraps that one around. Recovered by Niagara. Now at the half wall. It's a scrum. Ref's in the middle of it. Malkin ties her up.
Would you ever have interest in being a ref?
As someone who can skate and knows the rules of hockey, I do think it would be a nice part-time job, but probably not as a full profession. To the middle, shot, no good. And on the rebound. Matthews had a save there as well, I believe.
A fantastic job by Matthews to scoot over and get to the near side. That was a gaping net, and she was able to close it off.
Women coming out a little flat-footed, as we said, but Sarah Matthews has come to play today. Drop pass recovered by...
Miscommunication there between Borges and Krause.
Krausen. I apologize. Got a 1-on-2 for the Purple Eagles. That one's batted away by Roche. Now back below the net. Kelsey Partridge can't get there on the half wall. To the point. Shot. Swallowed up by Matthews. Little involvement from the Purple Eagles after the whistle.
That last sequence was a lot more lively than it's been pretty much the whole game. Matthews had to get over to the short side to make a save, and Niagara's had control of the blue line since 15 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, they won that draw, sent it right over the head of Matthews. Really giving her all different types of shots today. Back below the net for the Purple Eagles. They've controlled the defensive zone. Looking to escape. Partridge finds Gromko. Back to Partridge now below the net.
That skated right through the arms of Mackenzie Adley. There was just no one on the doorstep.
Yeah, tricky play there. Kind of just trickled out in front. Nobody home. Shelby Little steps up on the play. Backhands it towards the front of the net. She's out of position now. Covering for her is Gromko. Purple Eagles dump it in. Nothing doing for them. Little on the outlet pass. Now to the inside is Abby Dunn. She tries to go to the outside, circles around. Finds Lila Roche to dump it back in. Now it's Shea McDonald who breaks up the play. Abby Dunn down low. Looking north, can't find it. Shot on net. Good opportunity there from Lily Sparrow on that shot. Just a little wide right. Niagara now up the middle. They get it out of the zone. Shelby Little doubling back to get on defense. She circles around, heads right up the middle, makes a move. She's just got one left. Shot on net, high off the shoulder.
We were talking about it pregame, Cam. Shelby Little, when she is on the puck, she just decides sometimes, I'm going to do this myself, and creates a big opportunity, a good save with the pad by Mackenzie Adley.
Absolutely, and Little is always on, but it feels like she has a switch. Like, she understands that things may not be going the right way for the Minute Women, so just turns it on and says, I'm going to play now. I'm just going to skirt through 4 different Purple Eagles, head right up the middle, and there's not much that you can do about it.
What makes her so impressive, not just as a puck handler, but as a defensewoman, is her intuition into when she needs to go forward. She makes a lot of interceptions. She makes a lot of really good passes. And then you add to that just the natural skill she has on the puck and the flaming wrist shot that she can unleash.
Absolutely. It spoke volumes so far. She's the highest scoring defensewoman thus far in the season. She's got 15 points, 6 of which being goals. The next defenseman, 7 points compared to Little's 15.
Evans with a really good check there.
Yeah, a lot of body contact. Men and women understanding that this game hasn't exactly been going their way thus far. Still a 0-0 game. Both teams jockeying for position, if you will, but men and women seem to be turning the tide a little bit, trying to get a little more physical, trying to find Joanna Zoo. Up the middle was Bonfilio, can't find it. Now down low, Zoo throwing hands a little bit. Up the wall now for the Purple Eagles. It is the assistant captain in McDonald. Dumps it in from behind the red line.
You can tell a game's going to be entertaining by how hard the players are going at it on the board. Every single player on both teams has been very aggressive to start. A little bit of bad blood from yesterday trickling into today. And that's what happens when you've got 2 competitive teams going against each other. The Minute Women just had their winning streak snapped. Niagara, a very good team.
Yeah, and this is the 4th time they met this year. There's been a win, a loss, a tie. Today, will be the difference maker. A lot of emotions in the building tonight. Shelby Little, the shot tipped off of one of her fellow players. I believe that was Carl Stein. Carl Stein.
Yep.
Had a little debate before
You
it was Carl Stein or
You
Carl
were right,
Stein.
Cam.
And I had a feeling it was Carl Stein. They announced it as Carl Stein in the lineup, so we will go with what the people in the box say.
Yep.
If we've got any Alden Carl Stein fans at home, please sound off in the comments and let us know which one it is. But I have to imagine we're right on this one.
Cam 1, Dylan 0 on pronunciation guide today.
Well, at least somebody is leading in this game. Still 0-0 over 10 minutes into this matchup. Both teams trying to figure themselves out again for WMUA Sports. It's Cam Neary alongside Dylan Shalom and what has been a great game. Niagara hemming the Minutewomen into their zone for most of this matchup. They seem to have the offensive advantage. This might be a little bit of a breakaway. Tied up behind the play was Brooke Borges. Matthews recovers in her own zone. Little looking up the wall. Couldn't quite connect with Krausen. So Little takes control again in her own corner. Spins that one off her backhand. T to D, Lila Roche. Below the net, Karlstein sends it away. Now Krausen below her net. Not where you want to be if you're a winger. This one squirts up the middle. Defensive shot, falling away left.
Minutewomen have to get this out of the zone. A great hit there by Rushforth.
Yeah, Julia Williams just got stapled there.
It wasn't Williams, it was Krausen.
Yeah, sorry, 19,
19-9.
not 9. Yeah. Eva Krausen went down hard and skates off to the bench. That one will be icing Minutewomen with a chance to recover. They need to here.
Niagara's been in control of the entire latter half of this period to this point. There's still 8 minutes left, but 5-4 shots to the Minutewomen.
Yeah. Looking to change this up here is Arguin centering Partridge and I believe Gromko on the right wing there.
That is Gromko, yes.
And then 14 and 15 on the line. That's Dunford and Malkin.
Malkin okay after being hit early in the game. That led to the first power play. So it's good to see her back on the ice.
Centering feed to the middle, can't connect is Partridge. Malkin pinches, swings wildly, breaks up the play. Dunford looking up ice. Could have been a dangerous open ice collision there. Avoids it. Malkin crosses the red line, dumps it in.
The Minutewomen try to break out the same way the Minutemen do in the NCAA. They have the deflecting pass around the midway point, and they try to have a skater run onto it and create a numbers advantage. Hasn't worked very well to this point today.
When you're in a difficult spot. Oh, big hit. Ref puts his hand up. Shot on it, and it's a goal. Riley Evans picks a corner. Well, I take it back. Kelsey Partridge actually gets the nod on that one. What a chaotic play there. We're looking for the penalty on that big play. Big blow-up hit right in the middle of the offensive zone. Ref threw his hand up, and before anyone realized, a corner had been picked. Top left. Minutewomen lead 1-0.
And it was Evans who took the initial shot, and Partridge got a touch on it. So she's the one who got the goal. A fantastic bit of stick work there in front of net, and a 1-0 lead to the Minutewomen. Their first goal of the series, and man, did they need one.
Yeah, Riley Evans. She'll take the point on that one. Great shot, obviously tipped by Partridge. She's now got 8 points on the season, the second most scoring defenseman behind the captain, Shelby Little. Big scrum here. I'm not even sure what to say.
We're watching Florida Panthers hockey right now.
Yeah, it's a dog pile down low, but Minutewomen escape on top. Can't connect on the pass, but Abby Dunn tries to beat the count. She can't get it. Kept in by Viskovitz. Oh, but off of the stick of Abby Dunn. She enters now. Shot on net, blocked away by the goalie in Adley. Sorry, Mackenzie Adley.
Big thing that the Minutewomen have been doing is shooting from deep and making Adley uncomfortable. She hasn't been able to hold on to pucks unless they're lollipopped right into her glove. So that pad save there could have created a rebounding opportunity.
Big opportunity for Bonfilio. She goes left, right. Plenty of open area. Couldn't find it. That one was off the knees of the Purple Eagles.
just inches away from adding a second one on a bad giveaway in the defensive zone.
Minutewomen have the right idea, just peppering Adley and creating these chaotic situations. They're keeping it in. Lila Roche again holding the line. That one's sent out. It won't go all the way down as it is recovered by Shelby Little. That's back around the net. Stretch pass to Williams. Williams has got 2 to beat in the back checker. Shot from the middle, far right. Purple Eagles now looking up ice. It's a 2-on-2. Little and Roach look to defend. Goes by Roach. Trying to find the middle. Play is broken up. Matthews gets sent into her own net.
And it's waved off because Matthews was interfered with before the puck goes in. It was nearly a goal for Niagara.
Niagara had the right idea there. Chip in off the wall, beats Roche on the outside, turns it into a 2-on-1 with a couple back checkers. But the heavy defense from the Minutewomen sends a couple players right into Matthews' grill, sends her to the back of her own net. Puck crosses the line, but it's waved off. So looking to recover is the line of Krausen, Karlstein, and Borges. Krausen on the wall. Dan Corrales. Evans now. Hits Borges on the half wall. Sends that one away. Purple Eagles now down low. No help. Flying in. Play broken up.
Great stick check there.
Yeah, just trying to get in her way. Purple Eagles had not much doing. Had to break up the player flying the zone there. Could have been a huge shot from up the middle. Instead, Minutewomen now looking to recover. It's Evans again. Finds Karlstein on the half wall. Now Niagara recovers. Skating around the zone with ease. Passes that one off to the defender. Shot from the point. Trickles around. Goes left. That one's right out front. Matthews is stick on it. Backhand shot off the side of the net. Hand goes up.
We're going to get a power play here for Niagara. A chance on goal. Matthews made a couple of saves and then a late slash. That's going to be Gromko going to the box. I'm surprised that didn't end up being a goal, but Matthews did a really good job of containing that. And who's that going to be in the box? Actually, it's not going to be Matthews.
In the box for the Minutewomen. I believe it's Gromko.
It is Gromko. That's it. Matthews is the goaltender.
For Matthews to get in the box, I believe it would have to be something incredibly egregious.
Goalie fight?
Nothing is off the table here on the St. Valentine's Day edition of Women's Club Hockey.
That might be off the table.
It might be. I don't think they'd go to the box. I think that they would be sent home.
What do we think the poly market odds are?
Slim to none. Puck sent out of the zone. First penalty killing unit for the Minutewomen. It is the connection of Shelby Little and Lila Roche, your first line defense women, alongside Lily Sparrow and Shea McDonald, your starting center and right winger.
McDonald and Sparrow did a really good job of containing the blue line for the first 20 seconds of that power play, but now Niagara have a chance to feast.
Now, it seems as though Purple Eagle left something behind there, the most important thing, which is the puck, but they do look to recover. Have the player advantage down low. Haven't been able to set up yet. Drop pass. Trying to be broken up by the captain, and Shelby Little. She can't get there. Niagara just trying to keep their head above water. Shot from the outside right through the wickets of Shea McDonald. Matthews batted it away. Now down low. Niagara right out front to Lila Roche. She backhands it out of there. Recovered by the defensewoman. Purple Eagles at the half wall. Pass down low. Minutewomen just cannot break these plays up. Oh, I stand corrected as Shea McDonald clears the zone and goes for a much-needed change. Minute and a half into this penalty kill.
See, Cam, that's what you call the commentator's curse. Right when you said it, gone.
Yep, absolutely. And it's tough when what you know was right, but they prove you wrong out there. Now, Joanna Zhu coming in on the penalty killing unit. She's alongside Julia Williams. Can't get a stick on there. But Sarah Dunford can break up the play.
Good defensive work. Every defensewoman on this Minute Women team has been very good to this point today.
Absolutely. And they run 6. They run 3 lines, all with somewhat equal playing time. I think Roach and Little will definitely get a couple more shifts out there, but each defensive pair does their job effectively. That one will be offsides. Time expired on the penalty kill, so even strength here. Both teams with 1 chance on the power play. Both teams go 0 for 1.
Williams almost was able to skate and spin around the pressure, but the offside whistle did blow. It looked like it was a one-on-one opportunity. Just a minute 37 left in the first period. The Minutewomen up 1-0.
Chance to catch a breather. First whistle since their penalty kill. Can't escape the zone there. Shot on net. Goes off of Viskovitz. Player goes down hard below the net. Minutewomen looking to break out. It's Kelsey Partridge on the half wall. Plenty of ice. She chips it in. Gromko looking to recover. No icing. She's been down below the net. Backhand pass. Can't find it. A lot of action in front of the net. Can't get much going. Less than a minute to go in the first period. Viskovitz keeps it in off a thigh. I take it back, rather. Goes off her thigh, but escapes the zone. Minutewomen dump it in. Now 50 to go. Back against the wall. They lead 1-0. But looking to pot one more before the end of the next 40 seconds here. Fleming dumps it in for the Purple Eagles. Tries to get a backhand pass. So probably be the last rush for the Minutewomen. McDonald falls to a knee. Falls to her stomach, rather. Now up the middle. Can't get a stick on it. 20 to go. Abby Dunn up the middle. She does it herself. Gets broken up by a stick check. Can't connect down low. 10 seconds. Purple Eagles need to get a shot off quick, and they might have a chance here. Shot right into the chest of Sarah Matthews.
Sarah Switzer going fast the other way. She needed to beat the clock and the defensewomen. She did that, but the shot right into the chest of Sarah Matthews, who's been incredible all day today and all season.
Last gasp for the Purple Eagles. They've got 6.5 seconds left to go and have to win the draw and set up or get a quick shot off. Minutewomen looking to break that up, and they do. Goes on to the sticker. Carlson, but it goes to the defensewoman. Shot on net. Difficult turnover there for Carlson. Could have been a dangerous play there. They obviously give up the shot there. Shots now 8-9 in favor of the Purple Eagles, but the most important number, Minutewomen lead 1-0. Still got 30 minutes of hockey. Dylan, your thoughts on the first period?
Really interesting first period. Both teams a little bit cagey for the first 5 minutes of the game, and then once the game really took off, physical, exciting hockey from both teams. The one goal coming from Kelsey Partridge on the tip, on the shot from Evans, and nearly there, leveling the game with just seconds left in the period. A great save by Matthews. Good game, competitive game. We're going to see another 2 periods of very competitive hockey game.
30 more minutes to go here on Senior Day here at Mini Mullins. Once again for here for some more UMass women's. See you then.
Start of the second period about to get underway here at the Mini Mullins. UMass 1, Niagara 0. Face-off about to happen. The one goal by Kelsey Partridge for the Minutewomen as they look to split the series and win the full season series here against Niagara. Bringing it up the ice now are the Purple Eagles, sliding across, nearly getting a tip there, and then cleared out by Shane McDonald.
Yeah, first period was a story of two halves. Niagara had the offensive lead in the first 10, you can say, and then the next 10, it was mostly Minutewomen. They picked up their first goal of the game, still leading 1-0.
That puck is going to be iced off of the far side bank, and it'll be an offensive face-off for the Purple Eagles. Cam, a very competitive start to the game. I've been impressed by the fight by both of these sides, and also the goaltending has been fantastic.
Absolutely, right. And on both sides, you've got goaltenders who have a 940-plus save percentage. So two captains, two senior captains representing their team between the pipes. And both goaltenders done a great job today thus far.
Dunn loses an edge now, coming the other way for the Purple Eagles as Fleming lays it off now. Back behind the net, and Little is going to take control, flip it out of the zone. McDonald now on the puck, back skating, off the bank, and that will be an icing again. So this time, UMass will get to take advantage of the offensive zone faceoff.
1 minute, a minute and 5 seconds into this matchup.
Those 5 seconds are important, Kevin.
Those are important. And two icing calls, just breaking up the flow of the game here. Both teams get to find their footing thus far in the second period.
Won by the Purple Eagles and skated behind the net now with Custance banked out. Looking for Fleming. It's a 2-on-1. Good defensive stand by Vitskowitz. Going the other way. Gromko loses an edge. Bounces round back to Niagara, and they'll send it around.
That was a beautiful dump into almost a shot on net for Matthews there.
Gromko with a great hold-up pass now. Arguin skating inside. She's going to try to get a shot off, but good stick tangle from Niagara's defense, and it'll be an offensive zone face-off now for the Minutewomen.
Yeah, Niagara got that stick check in at the last second there, broke up that play. It was all open ice for the Minutewomen there, but just a little miscommunication. They'll take the offensive zone draw.
Won by Niagara again. They've been doing well on the face-offs. Michaela Williams trying to get out around Julia Williams, who will win the puck back for the Minutewomen. Williams now. Off the wall to Evans. Has trouble controlling it. That was Malkit, not Evans. Zoo around the net. Joanna Zoo flicks it in towards goal. Missed on there. Now battling behind the net. Niagara fires it up the ice now, bringing it up. Lesage, she's going to take a shot. Scurries by Matthews, but it goes wide.
Yeah, that shot was left of Matthews, but it was perfectly bounced off the wall and came back. Matthews had to recover that one again.
Down to the floor, but no call, and it's going to go back the other way, and this will likely be another icing. And it will.
Yeah, I think it was just wrong place, wrong time for Gianna Bonfilio there. Got tied up. No tripping call. Defensive zone draw for the Minutewomen. 2.5 minutes into this game. Shots now tied 9-9.
Peters against Zoo on the left dot, won by Zoo. Minutewomen struggle to get the puck out of the zone. Tangled up sticks. Rushforth back to McDonald. Centering pass to a Purple Eagle, and now they will escape the zone. A good rush there by Malkit.
Malkit out of position.
Numbers here for Niagara. A chance for Swetzer. Can't get the shot off. Zoo now. Deflected pass will just get out of the zone. Poorly timed change for Niagara could have taken advantage. Williams through the legs of Zoo, into Fleming out near board. Good positioning there for the Purple Eagles. Zoo off a long shift is going to be able to get that out. Now going the other way, Borges. Borges dumps and gets the change for the rest of the Minutewomen.
Borges, great play there. Independent effort, but didn't have any support in the offensive zone.
Minkus goes to the right side, hits off a skate of Fleming. Doesn't challenge Matthews. Minutewomen have to get this out soon. Wrist shot tried, glove save by Matthews. No trouble from the shot from McDonald. And it'll be a face-off here.
Matthews had eyes on that one through about 8 different people crowding the front of the net. Glove save. That one was going top right. Want to take this time to talk to all you guys at home. We got a live chat going on, so you guys want to let us know where you're watching from tonight. We always like to see where our viewers are coming in from, and chime in if you got any questions.
Puck stuck in between a Minutewoman and a Purple Eagle. Minutewomen will win it. And reset. Custance now holding the puck. Stick check there well. Little board battle. Won by Niagara. Little does a good job with the backhand pass. Now here comes McDonald. McDonald with the deflected pass looking far side for Sparrow. Doesn't go. McDonald back across to Dunn. Dunn inside looking for McDonald. Little back across nearly behind the goal again now. Dunn. Dunn behind the net. Spinning around. McDonald looking center, nothing there. And Niagara have a chance to break out of the zone, and they will. Sider dumps, and it will be a change. Dunn waiting for the stretch pass, comes off the board, and well intercepted there by Michaela Williams.
Little had the right idea, but just not enough mustard on it.
Miscommunication between Matthews and Little, but Little's going to come out and take the puck. She's going to skate up on her own. Dunn chasing it. Will avoid the icing. High touch there. And Viskovitz will take control. Gromko going the other way. Hannah Gromko, left-handed pass off the back skate. Gromko retains possession, though. The leading goal scorer for the Minutewomen. Quiet today.
Well, everyone's been quiet today, Dylan. Still 1-0. Bit of a fluky goal off the stick of Partridge. Minutewomen still taking the lead, but not a lot of flashy offense today.
And now there's a chance if she hits Minkus right, she decides to lay it in behind and go for the change. Matthews will control the puck, but pass it right off of the skate. As the puck comes in front, traffic in front, saved by Matthews. The chance by Sophia Gosselin.
And Matthews looked a little shooken up on that play. She sent it right into the stick of a Niagara forward, and then was kind of struggling to regain her footing there. Caught a little off guard by the play, but by the time that she had regained her composure, makes a big save on the opposite post.
Face-off won by Niagara. Rushforth, Bianca Rushforth that is, tries the backhand shot. Intercepted well by UMass. They're fighting for it on the far end. And it falls back to a Purple Eagle. Fighting for it, Julia Williams. She breaks through. Williams finds Bonillo in the goal, saved. A good save there by Mackenzie Adley.
Bonfilio tried to go middle blocker side. Adley had the answer with emphasis.
A hit on the backboard. And Niagara retaining possession. Shot in front, saved by Matthews with the pad. Minutewomen going to look to break the other way.
Matthews flashes the pad. She's been on fire.
Zoo with the battle. Chasing after it now, and won by the Minutewomen. And that's going to be offsides for the touch.
I don't even really think Krausen meant to touch the puck there. Was escaping the zone, and I think it was just a habit there. Hit the puck just in time. They'll call that one offside.
Little and Roach out there on the defensive core for the Minutewomen, with the line of Karlstein, Borges, and Krause. Carl Stein, actually. Roach wins it. Borges going the other way. Michaela Williams taking control for Niagara. Finds Sider. Sider skating with speed. That one deflects off the stick of Lila Roach into the netting. It's been a very, how would you say, cagey second period?
Yeah, it seemed as though they were starting the second, both teams that is, were starting the second period similar to the first. Started to come out a little chippy, maybe some bodies flying, and then that has sort of died off. Both teams not really with great offensive possession. It's been a lot of big saves by both goalies and a lot of defensive presence. Two great defensive teams, and I think this is just going to be a dogfight all the way through.
Shelby Little, switch pass, trying to bring it down there. Shea McDonald. She won't, but there will be no icing. Custins. Bank pass to Fleming. Fight for it now between Roach and Rushforth. Won by the Minutewomen. Shelby Little now with space in front of her, in between defensewomen. Picked up by Niagara, going the other way now. Inside shot, score! Niagara level the game, and it's Fleming who got the touch.
The downfalls of having your defenseman play up in this game. Shelby Little, we talked about it before, turns it on, tries to get part of the offensive rush. In that play, she got tied up in the offensive zone. Abby Dunn forced to play out of position on defense. She fell to an edge. Defender beat her on the outside, turning into a 2-on-1. Purple Eagles found their teammate, tie up this game.
And it was Naren Parker who won the puck and took it herself. The finish by Kyla Fleming to level the game at 1. Now with a chance to take the lead. Clipperton going to go for the wrister. Deflect still in trouble.
Great opportunity for the Minutewomen to break that up. Clipperton, the leading point scorer for Niagara, not the person you want to see the puck on their stick.
That one back out to Clipperton. One spinning around is Partridge. One-on-one. Partridge, forehand, backhand, forehand. Can't get on the end of it. And I think she just overcomplicated things in front of net.
Yeah, you said it. Forehand, backhand, tried to get to that far right side. And a little too overcomplicated. Tried to get a little too pretty with it. Ended up losing control of the puck. Couldn't get a decent shot off there. Great opportunity, though, from Kelsey Partridge. Found herself right up the middle. Big breakaway.
Zoo now. A fight behind the net. Niagara are going to win. They've been doing a good job physically in this period. Back inside from Williams. Brought down and out of the zone. Dunford off the bank. Through the legs of Dunford now. Malkett in a board battle that the Minutewomen will win. Bonfilio out to Zoo. She's going to have to wait for numbers. She will. Spins around. Well done by Joanna Zoo and the blocker save.
Zoo just not giving up on that play. Set herself up in Gretzky's office and made a couple nifty moves.
Rushforth to Rushforth. Back in front. Wrist tried nearly. It bounces off a referee for good measure.
That shot was low glove side. Matthews tipped it down and away.
Mallet deflected there by Williams. And the Minutewomen are going to have to try to get it out, but not before it's battled in front by the goal scorer. Back around the net. Minkus Hit through the back, no call. Michaela Williams now. Squares it across. Clipperton, her wrister, scores! Niagara with a quick battle back, and it's a 2-1 lead for the Purple Eagles. The tip in there by Chloe Minkus.
I believe the shot was from Clipperton,
It was.
so she'll add to her impressive point total. But you are corrected. Goal scored by Niagara, very similar to the Minute Women's first goal. Shot from the point, bit of a deflection. I believe it was as she was falling. Finds the back of the net. Niagara takes their first lead of the game.
A 2-1 lead for the Purple Eagles. UMass need a goal to get back level in this game in this fourth turnaround for these two teams. Back out in front. Won well there. She's going to need to get it out of the zone. She will. Krausen battling. There's no call there on a potential trip.
And it's been clear. Refs are swallowing the whistle here in the second period. Both teams looking for calls, and they won't find them.
You like to see it. You like to let them play. Matthews leaves it around. Borges going to chase it. She won't get there. It's going to die before the icing, though. Custance now in charge.
Games like these with not a lot of calls are guaranteed in low shooting affairs. Shots only 12 to 15.
Custance takes it the whole length of the ice and right into the glove of Matthews.
Make that 12 to 16. Custance gets her shot on net. Easily swallowed up by Matthews, but it will be a defensive zone draw for the Minutemen. Let's shout out our first chatter, Abby Malkin's grandfather, watching from Rhode Island. We appreciate you guys tuning in and sounding off in the chat.
Back across, good positioning defensively. Done back off the wall into G, but won't get it away. There's that G. Long try there by Custance, as the Minutewomen are going to look to try to flip the ice, intercepted by the goal scorer Minkus.
Niagara's been all over the stretch passes all night. No cherry picking opportunities for the Minutewomen tonight.
The stretch passes have been a way of life for the Minutewomen this season. They're going to need to find a new way. Gets through the stick and off the padding. Fighting for it on the wall, Worrell, but won by the Minutewomen. Shelby Little. McDonald can't get control of it. Going the other way is now Schweitzer. Shot off the glove of Sarah Matthews. That wasn't Schweitzer, that was Gosselin. That one back out in front into the glove. So 7 left in the second period. Niagara have scored 2 goals in quick succession, and the Minutewomen are going to need a goal to level the game back up, Cap.
Yeah, keep an eye on that glove of Sarah Matthews. Seems as though the last couple plays, she's been batting them away with her glove. Maybe not able to control it as much as she was in the first period.
Clipperton, slap shot try off the pad of Matthews. Fighting for it on the boards now. Niagara doing a good job physically to retain possession inside their offensive zone. Gromko getting out to it. Clipperton going to try from her mid-zone. No try, or no shot on goal, rather. Evans off the bank. Gromko going herself. She's brought down again. No call. Clipperton back around.
Gromko just stepped over a player.
Partridge now. She finds the wide pass to Gromko. Fighting for it on the line. Now going for the puck now. Rushford. Rushford going through. Keeps it on her. Backhand save by Matthews.
That play couldn't have worked out any better for Rushforth there. In a stick and puck race with Riley Evans. Beats her on the outside. Takes a step in. Toe drag. Backhand. Right into the chest of Matthews. That would have been a highlight reel play if she could have finished on that.
Nearly was, as the face-off is won by the Minutewomen. They're going to look to get out. And they will, but that will come through as an icing call. Williams trying to beat it out. That was doomed from the beginning. So UMass, with just 6 minutes left in this second period of action have fallen down 2-1.
Well, if Williams can't beat it out there, I'm not sure anyone can. She has proven herself to be one of the fastest players on not just this team, but any team I've seen come into the Mini Mullins.
Shot through. Matthews holds strong. Williams is going to have to try to beat out McDonald, and she will. She'll beat the icing. Great show of effort and speed there by Julia Williams. But now it's a woman advantage for Niagara. Good win now for Zhu. Zhu holds on to it just too long. Back out in front. Spinning around, Bonfilio saved by Adley.
Great idea by Bonfilio to hold on to it for just another second, makes a move, and creates a better scoring opportunity for herself. Couldn't capitalize, but men and women are rolling.
Rush fourth now. Held up, good play by Borges. Chasing it down. Krausen, that is. Karlstein, one of the 4 seniors being honored today. And a miss hit there from Shelby Little. But well won back, going the other way. Just on time for the change, Niagara. Little, and again, just not controlled, and that'll be an icing. Minute Women a little bit choppy in this latter part of the second period. They haven't been able to hold on to the puck or create any opportunities.
Yeah, less than 5 to go here in the second period. Men and women will get a breather on the icing call, but they need to dial in here. They're on a defensive zone draw, and they have been getting beat a lot in this second period. They obviously are now down 2-1, but their breakouts have not been nearly as effective as they were in the latter half of the first.
It's going to be Minkus. Loses the puck there. Out in front now, going forward. Well held up there by Niagara to stop a dangerous attack from Karlstein.
And Karlstein was looking for Krausen, who was heading right down Broadway, but I think she got her stick tied up in a player.
Little takes control. Bounces, no icing. Dunn chasing it down. Abby Dunn, high pass. Finds Viskowitz. She's going to try it. Good block there by Minkus. And won by the first goal scorer. Viskowitz off the bank to Dunn. Can't control it, and that'll be an icing. Or offsides, rather.
Tricky play there. Just a miscommunication. Those are the icings that you hate to give up. Just stifles the play, kills the momentum, and didn't really get much out of it.
Ivory Arguin, who we haven't seen much of today, to take the draw. Drops and won by Niagara. Fought for by Partridge. Partridge with the Minute Women's lone goal today. Flicks it in for Arguin. Now fighting again. To no avail, going the other way, Niagara. Well defended by Evans, who finds Hope Viskowitz. Evans backhand pass to Gromko, gets it away. Arguin going to chase it down, takes a little stutter. Well controlled. Niagara look to break out, and they will. Chance here for Schweitzer. Gets to her backhand, can't get anything off. Keeps on going, though. Still, Bianca Rushforth trying for the slap shot, but the puck didn't fall kindly to her, and this will slow down before the icing. Michaela Williams on the puck. Williams, cross-ice pass, gets to Sider. And Viskowitz will control it. Good pass to Michaela Williams. She's going to wrist it, deflected, blocked. Evans, backhand pass out of the zone, so UMass are going to look to change when they have the opportunity. Viskowitz Cross ice to Dunn. Dunn chasing it. Holds on. A good stretch pass. Can there be a goal? There will! Tie game, Lily Sparrow.
Well, I know it's Valentine's Day. I know it's senior night. But I think it also might be aviation night. I think it's bird night. First goal from a partridge, now from a sparrow. I'm not quite sure what's happening here in the Mini Mullins. A lot of birds. But UMass has tied this game 2-2. Their first goal of the second period. 2 minutes to go.
I would have never noticed that if you didn't say it. So 2 goals from players with bird-related last names. And it's a 2-2 game right at the end of the second. The Minutewomen with a much-needed goal. No call for the trip there. Mallet on the far side. Good defense by Gromko to clear it out. Puck still in play. Still in the zone for Niagara. Fighting forward. A chance now in front. Matthews gets in front. And the clearance there by the Minutewomen. Back out. Matthews to control and play it out to Little. Minute 27 left in the second period. Breaking out now, Zhu. Joanna Zhu goes to her left side. Establishes the zone. Roach back to Zhu. Intercepted there well, but Little's there to mediate the damage. Bonfilio gives the puck away.
Niagara taking their turn, trying to stretch the ice out.
Fleming backhand pass, looking for Parker, right into the hands of the sitting Sarah Matthews.
Well, like I said, Niagara taking their turn, trying to stretch the ice out. These stretch passes creates a bigger opportunity to get behind defensemen. UMass needs to be aware of what's behind them now in the neutral zone.
Face off here, 51 seconds left in the second period. Little's going to hit it off the glass to no avail. Still a board battle. Someone needs to win, and it will fall the way of the Minutewomen. They're going to try to break out, and they will unsuccessfully do so. Or it's going to be an offsides call on Niagara. Two to two. Lily Sparrow bagging the second goal for the Minutewomen. Just under 30 seconds remaining in this period. Little loses control. Back out in front to Custance. She's going to flick one on goal. No good. And cleared out. This time, the icing will be waved off. Fighting for it now is Partridge, who will win it. Going the other way with 5 seconds left. A chance now in front for Parker. She's got to get the shot off quick. She will, saved by Matthews, and that'll be the end of the second period. 2-2, UMass and Niagara. 2 goals quickly from Niagara, and then UMass through Lily Sparrow leveling the score. Cam, thoughts on the period?
Yeah, well, it was coming up all Purple Eagles for about the first 10 to 15 minutes. Similar to the first period, actually. Niagara came out hot. Minutewomen came out flat. But in the end, Minutewomen tie it up, obviously. A big goal from Lily Sparrow, the starting center in today's matchup. Shots heavily in favor of the Purple Eagles. It's 14 to 25. Purple Eagles with 25 shots on. And most of them came in that second period. They have been peppering Matthews all night. 2 of them go in, obviously. But Minutewomen with a big chance to recover. They still got 15 minutes, or 20 minutes rather, of hockey to go. Big Valentine's Day matchup, and going into the third period tied up. I'm excited. What are your thoughts, Dylan?
Thought it was a really highly contested period by both sides, but Niagara had control of the entire first 15 minutes. The goal by Lily Sparrow was a bit of a uncalled for moment in that period. I thought Niagara had full control, and that goal for the Minutewomen could turn the tides in a game that otherwise would have gone towards the Purple Eagles. But I digress. 2-2. 15 minutes in the break, 20 minutes left of hockey. Cam Neary will take you the rest of the way through play-by-play. I'm Dylan Chalmers here at WMUA Sports. Come back for the third.
Welcome back to the third period here for the Mini Mullins. You're listening to WMUA Sports. For play-by-play, I'm Cameron Nearham alongside my partner Dylan Shallum in what is turning out to be one of the best games of this season so far. Going into the third period, UMass is tied with the Niagara Purple Eagles 2-2 in a Valentine's Day and Senior Day matchup here for WMUA. It is now 1:15 in the afternoon. This is turned from a morning game to an afternoon game, and both teams struggling to find their position. It's been mostly Niagara, I would say, in this game so far. UMass a little bit on their heels, though the game is tied. Dylan, your thoughts on the third period?
It's going to be whoever starts off strongest is going to come out superior. This is going to be the most crucial 5 minutes of the game. Face-off sets the tone. Everything is going. This is the battle for the series between these two teams.
Well, if it's anything like the first two periods, it'll be Niagara who comes out hot. UMass looking to change their tune. Start the third period hot instead of flat-footed. They start in their defensive zone. Chip out will go all the way down. Touch from the goalie. In Adley. I keep forgetting her name.
You got
Mackenzie Adley. I know. I figured I'd know it at this late in the game. Shot deflected by Sarah Matthews. Stretch pass. Partridge gets a stick on it, but nothing new. It actually ends up back on her stick. She's up the middle now. Loses the defender. Shot high and away left.
That was a chance that was created out of nothing. Nearly.
Yeah, Kelsey Partridge scored the first goal in today's matchup, trying to recreate some of that magic, created that opportunity out of thin air, but now back into the defensive zone for the Minutewomen. Purple Eagles have the puck from the outside. Shot goes off the knees of some Minutewomen defenders. Loses control of it is Arguin coming around the back of the net. Purple Eagles up to the point. They'll go D to D. Shot rings the top bar.
It's about as high as I've seen a puck go in here.
Yeah, that was an incredible shot. It was a laser with Bar Canada, if you will, on that play. Now on the half wall for the Minutewomen, it's a scrum. Ends up in the stick of Hope Viskovich. She shoots it off the chin of a Purple Eagle. Shot on net, can't find it. Williams looking for Bonfilio on the back door. No one was home. Purple Eagles send it in, just misses the net. Evans looking to recover. She sends it off of the wall. Goes D to D for her partner in Viskovich. Joanna Zhu loses control up the middle. Purple Eagles, bodies flying everywhere. Viskovich again in the corner. She rims that one around, looking for Williams. Williams with plenty of open ice. Sends it into the skates of a Purple Eagle, but ends up with a stick of Joanna Zhu, who gets bullied into the ground.
That one's going to be called.
I think everyone was in agreement there. Whistle has been swallowed for most of this game, but you got to have a call there. Cross check on number 13 for Niagara. That'll be Alyssa Carabas. Carabs.
Carabs. Okay.
Carabs, number 13, Alyssa Carabs. So back on the power play for the Minutewomen. They're 0 for 1 on the night. Evans looking to change that. Evans to Little. Back down to Bonfilio. On forward, it is, I believe. All right, take that back. It's Abby Dunn up on Bonfilio. Working around at the point now. You got Sparrow, Dunn, and Arguin, I believe, out there. Evans, the big shot there, couldn't find it. Back to her at the point. She goes D to D with the captain. Shelby Little, shot of her own, off the chest, ricochets. Clear the zone from the Purple Eagles. Recovered by Matthews down low. Minute and 15 to go on the power play. Stretch pass, nearly intercepted. Into the hands of McDonald. She can't get a hold of it. Spins around. Trying to cross that red line. Dunn to the middle. McDonald still trying to enter the zone. Little right in front of the bench. Hits Abby Dunn on the outside. Dunn spins around. Up the middle for Arguin. Can't find it. Purple Eagle goes down, loses the glove, and Shelby Little down low, now out of position. Hits the player flying in. I believe it was Hannah Glomko on that play. Puck chipped out, 38 to go on the power play. Evans forced to recover.
Absolute clinic of a penalty killer right now.
Absolutely. Minutewomen are flying right now, but this will be their last gasp. Can't connect on the pass to Gromko. She regains control. Now 25 to go on the power play. Pass broken up. Now it's Arguin can't get control of it. Partridge on the wall. Hands it off to Evans. 15 on the power play. Minutewomen need to set up here. Arguin can't control it below the net. Purple Eagles looking to clear the zone. They'll send it all the way down with 5 seconds to go. It's a puck race. Goes out hard. Evans slams into the wall. No call. Evans getting up slowly.
It won't be a foul, but they had to stop the play because Evans was down on the ice.
I think it was just wrong place, wrong time. It was an intense puck battle for both players. Evans got tripped up because she got a stick on her skates. Went down hard on her knees into the wall. She gets up though. Joanna Zhu on the face-off. Sets up shop, lets her teammates try to win it for her, and they do. Ivory Arguin comes away with it, or rather that was Hope Viskovitz. Anna Filio down low, backhand. Turns it over, but kept in. Some changes here on the line. Typically, Evans plays with Viskovitz, but coming off of the power play, needed to change that up a little bit. Shot on net from Bonfilio. Now at the point, it's Viskovitz and Malkin. Bonfilio down low, lets it fly low, blocker. That one was batted away by the goaltender in Mackenzie Adley. Makes a toe drag move, tries to go backhand on Matthews, big save.
That's the second near highlight reel play for Layla Rushford.
She has been loving those toe drag plays. No too many men call on that play.
That hit her skate. I'm shocked that didn't end up being...
Have to imagine that's an oversight by the referees there. Clearly had 6 players on the ice, but mid-change, they let it fly regardless. Purple Eagles enter the zone. Viskovitz rims it around to Arguin. Or Krausen, rather. Krausen, who gets stood up at the line. Back into the defensive zone for the Minutewomen. Having some trouble breaking it out right now. Again, Krausen gets a stick on it. They will blow it off. No icing.
Both teams get a needed change there.
Effective breakout for the Purple Eagles as they are rolling, turning this into a 1-on-2. Shot from the outside of the chest of Matthews. Abby Dunn sends it out of the zone. And ends up back on the stick of Lila Roach, who gets tied up with a Purple Eagle, and then a trip. That one will be on the Minutewomen.
A bad spot to give away. A power play for Niagara now. With 11 more shots than the Minutewomen, and now a chance with an extra player out on the ice.
Bad news for the Minutewomen. They will play down a player. 4-on-5 for UMass. The good thing, Niagara 0 for 1 on the night. Penalty killing unit will be Viskovitz and Little. And then on forward, Joanna Zhu and Julia Williams. 2 fast, nifty players on forward, perhaps looking for a shorty. Niagara almost capitalized there. A lot of open area. Shot from the middle. Bodies flying. Sarah Matthews, brick wall save, went post to post. Flashes the pad.
How is that possible?
Another shot from the point. Batted away. Now from the outside. Bodies flying in front of the net. Matthews got pushing her own net a little bit there. Shades of the beginning of this game. Kept in by the Purple Eagles. Slap shot right off the shins of Julia Williams. Broken up by Joanna Zhu. It's a 1-on-1. Zoo with the speed advantage. She sends it in. Less than a minute to go on the penalty kill. Offensive zone. Good breakout from the Golden Eagles, or the Purple Eagles, rather. Makes a move towards the middle. One to beat. Sends it away. No shot from the Purple Eagles there. Still 30 to go on the penalty kill.
It's been a good power play for Niagara. That's a mess up.
Yeah, but you just went into the jaws of Shelby Little one-on-one here. That one goes off the skate of the Niagara defender. Less than 20 to go on the penalty kill. With possession in the offensive zone, turned over to Niagara. They'll try to head up. Ice gets tied up. No call. 1-on-2 for Switzer. Turns that one over to Abby Dunn.
I can't imagine they didn't call that there.
Uses the ref to her advantage. As time expired, full strength. Look at the poise from Abby Dunn, willing to take it out of her own zone, gives the Minutewomen a chance to recover here, sends it over to Evans, who tries to dump it in. Turn that one over to Niagara, who turns it back over to the Minutewomen. Dunn gives that one off to Partridge. They will call that one offsides.
Correct call there. And I said whoever has control of the first 10 minutes will end up winning this game, but Niagara hasn't been able to cash in on that control. Sarah Matthews with an outstanding showing during that penalty kill for the Minutewomen. And now it's as good a chance for anyone to get the job done in the last 11 minutes of hockey here in the fourth game between these two teams.
Well, it was clear that Sarah Matthews had a difficult second period. She looked a little shooken up, let in 2 goals. But since that point, she has been absolutely on fire, especially, like you said, Dylan, during that penalty kill. Standing on her head. She faces a big opportunity here from Lee. Low shot, easily batted away for the senior goaltender. Chip out from McDonald, turned over to Niagara. They send that one back in. Forces Malkett to recover. I apologize. I said it was Lee. It's actually Gee with a G. McDonald sends it to the middle. Nobody home on the breakout pass, but Gianna Bonfilio has an idea of her own. She crosses the red line, turns it over to Niagara. Niagara stretching the ice out, forcing Malkin into a puck battle. To the point. Shot. Again to the point. From McDonald, that one far left. Misses everybody. Somehow, there was bodies everywhere in front of the net.
Trying to go short side, and there was no one there to get the deflection on it.
Lily Sparrow unable to exit the zone. Breakouts have been a difficult part of the game for the Minutewomen. Try to keep their head above water and escape the zone successfully. Julia Williams sends it into the skate of a Niagara defender. Sends it to the middle. Off the skate of Riley Evans. Joanna Zoo can't control it. Sent back into the defensive zone for the Minutewomen. They have been getting hemmed in so far. Joanna Zoo now. Alexa try to do it herself. She comes up the right wall. Alden Karlstein tried to break that one up. Now it'll be a 3-on-2 with a back checker for the Golden Eagles. The Purple Eagles, rather. I keep calling them the Golden Eagles. I don't know who the Golden Eagles are.
It's probably someone, right?
Maybe the Golden Flashes is what I'm thinking of.
Kent State?
Kent State?
Yeah. You do any Kent State games recently?
No! That one will be called icing. 8:37 left to go in the third period. Dylan, your thoughts on this period thus far?
It's been just what you'd expect, but just no goal. Sarah Matthews, the difference on that penalty kill.
Shot from the point. That one was saved by Matthews. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It has been a flurry of offense on both sides of the puck tonight, but no team able to capitalize in this third period thus far. Draw one back to Little, chips it out of the zone. Ends up on the stick of Partridge. Partridge up the right wall. Sends it to the middle. Turnover to Niagara. Niagara chips it. Makes it a 2-on-2. Finds the other forward. Can't control it. Again. Great offensive work from the Purple Eagles. Haven't been able to set up a scoring opportunity yet.
I like the emphasis on purple there.
I had to make sure I wasn't saying golden like before. Another icing from the men and women. Haven't really been able to find their footing in the last couple minutes. They were getting hemmed into their own zone. Their breakouts have been subpar, sending the puck all the way down the ice. That'll be their second icing in just as many minutes.
What's the distance between Niagara and UMass? What do you think?
I really want to go to Niagara, so I've looked into this. I believe it's about 7 to 8 hours.
I made the drive, so it is about 7 hours exactly.
Okay. There you go.
UMass. Well, I went from New York actually, but I drove from Niagara back to UMass, so it was 7 hours.
Yes.
Went with my good friend and broadcast partner Dylan Kaminsky for the UMass men's basketball.
Against Niagara?
Against Buffalo.
Oh, well, there you go.
But we went to Niagara Falls.
Great trip, great local competitor.
You know me, I'm good from state to state.
Well, there you go. Kelsey Partridge, 2-on-1, hands it to Gromko. No good. That one far and away right. Heading back the other way now in a puck battle is Riley Evans. She wins the race, bats that one away. Arguin now looking up, but she finds Gromko, enters the zone.
Clipperton with a good hand on the stick of Gromko to stop her from spinning and making a chance out of nothing.
Pass to the middle. Can't control it. Finds the defenseman. Shot on net. Right to the breadbasket of the senior captain, Sarah Matthews.
Clipperton has an absolute rocket attached to her stick, just knocking that slap shot. It's going to leave a toll on Matthews. She's had a few of them that have hit Minutewomen defensewomen.
And she is the leading point scorer as a defensewoman for a reason.
Last 7 minutes here.
McDonald tries to keep it in the zone. Niagara trying to head the other way. Abby Dunn sends it back into the offensive zone. Niagara forced to recover. They're looking to stretch the ice out. Big interception from Hope Viskovitz. Now the Purple Eagles looking north. They've got a 3-on-2, but they go offsides. The danger of all entering the zone at the same time. 6:29 to go here on WMUA Sports. Once again, I am Cameron Erie alongside Dylan Shalom. And what is turning out to be a nail-biter here. More than 50 minutes into this matchup, and shots heavily in the favor of the Golden Eagles. It's 18-38. Niagara leads by 20 shots. That's more than the Minutewomen have had all game.
They haven't had a shot since 10 minutes left in the period. Or probably longer than that.
Well, that shot went straight to the chest of Joanna Zhu on that play. Little now forced to recover. She chips it in, turns it over to Niagara. Now up the middle. Lila Roach sends Niagara straight to her own bench. Now on the half wall, turnover to Niagara. They'll drop it off to the defenseman. Broken up by Julia Williams, who's got some free ice. She's in a puck race, rather. Off the heels of a Niagara player. Turnover Central right now. Game mostly being played in the neutral zone. Niagara enters, big shot off the right shoulder of Sarah Matthews. Joanna Zhu tries to chip it out, can't find it. Niagara now looking to set up shop in the offensive zone, in their offensive zone. Batted away by Kelsey Partridge, one of the bird-named goal scorers of the night. Gosselin dumps it in. Skovitz recovers. Chipped to Partridge. Partridge makes a move towards the middle. Hands it off to Arguin. Arguin heading upstream, gets leveled as she enters the zone.
That's the Clipperton effect, that she's going to go the other way now.
Comes the leading point scorer. That one batted away by Abby Malkett. Arguin gets in the way, tries to break up the play.
Great spin there by Michaela Williams.
Able to just turn the tide, forces the Minutewomen to recover, and Minutewomen are looking tired in this game. Less than 5 to go now in the third period, still tied up 2-2. Both teams now jockeying for position. Niagara stifling in the Minutewomen defensive zone. They haven't been able to break it out. No tripping call on the play. McDonald flips it right into our grill.
That one's coming for us, Cam.
Yeah, watch out. Oh, someone will get a souvenir if they don't make her throw it back.
I don't think they'll make her throw it back. There's ample pucks.
I'd sure hope so. I was kind of hoping it would land in my lap. I want a souvenir.
What's the closest you've been to getting hit with a ball or a puck or anything while broadcasting or watching a game as a fan even?
You know what? I'm honestly not very close, but I will tell you that I'm deathly afraid of it. Even when I'm standing on the glass and like a puck hits the glass right in front of me, I still flinch.
Oh, there's still the flinch,
and I played hockey for like 15 years.
Yeah, okay, I didn't. So
you think that I would be more well equipped to like the noises.
You don't have the mask on or anything.
No.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I am vulnerable. Have you ever been hit while broadcasting a game?
I've never been hit while broadcasting a game, but I've had someone dive near me.
Oh, well, there you go.
Like
Basketball, I assume?
Basketball, yeah.
There you go.
It was a high school game that I got to do on the court.
Well, that's up close and personal. That one high off the glass, but does not go into the fan section. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the third. Shay McDonald breaks up that play. Still turns into a 3-on-2 now from the outside. They pass towards the middle. Shot goes wide left. Abby Dunn now forced to recover. She's looking up ice. Fluttered puck ends up on the stick of McDonald. It's a 1-on-2. She tries to enter the zone, gets stifled. 2-on-3 now for Niagara. Beats the first defender. 2-on-2. Shot. Breadbasket. Matthews save. Push it and shove it.
They're not going to let this die.
Little grit being showed by the Minutewomen at the end of this game. 3 minutes to go. They're not going down without a fight. Matthews felt like she got shoved a little bit, was first to the punch, pushed away the Niagara defender, and then her fellow senior captain here on senior day, that is, Shelby Little, came in to defend her. Joanna Zhu on the faceoff. Niagara makes a spin move. Bodies and pucks flying all in the slot area. Oh, Viskovitz looks to slow down pace of play. She tries to go D-to-D. Broken up by Niagara. That one flutters away.
They're just going to keep getting these chances in front of goal.
Maybe try to look backhand there, but Brooke Borges breaks it up. Backhanded Joanna Zhu looking up ice now. She spins around, tries to send it out of the zone. Can't find it. Niagara down low. Tries to go short side. Can't go.
You will not beat Sarah Matthews to the short side.
Absolutely not. Matthews was there before she even knew she was going to shoot the puck. Finally escapes the zone. Little over 2 minutes to go. Niagara dumps that one in from within the red line. Viskovitz looking to recover. Plenty open ice as Niagara goes for a change to the stick of Joanna Zhu. That one's turned over. Turns into a 2-on-plenty for Niagara. Shelby Little now on her backhand. Turns it over. Gets tripped up on the play. No call. Bodies flying everywhere now.
Referee's just going to let him play.
Partridge on the half wall, sends it through the skates. Gromko now turns this into a 2-on-2. Off the skate, back around the net. Less than 2 minutes to go. Arguin on the half wall. Gromko down low. Arguin again on her backhand, tries to put that one on net. Recovered by a Niagara defender. Roach and Little, D-to-D. From beyond the red line, they still blow it off. Minute 20 to go. Arguin intercepts the drop pass. Gets broken up. Up the middle now for Niagara, broken up by Abby Dunn, but still remains on the hands of Parker. Niagara now at the point, broken up by Little.
Just over a minute.
Little playing high up on the wall right now. Has to remember the play is going on behind her as well. Shot batted away. Less than a minute to go now. 50 seconds. Arguin out of position. She's down below the goal line. Hesitates for a second, but lets the chip shot go to Kelsey Partridge. Partridge scored the first goal today. She looks to tie that up. Shot on net. Recovered by Adley.
Last 42 seconds of regulation here as Niagara does a full team change, as will the Minute Women. It's been an evenly contested game and deservingly so going to go, more likely than not, to an extra period of overtime.
Well, let's not speak too soon. We might get some free hockey here, but still 30 seconds to go. Offensive zone for the Minute Women. Haven't had a lot of shots thus far. Still 19-43 in favor of the Purple Eagles. Now they enter the zone, puts it through the legs. Another shot on net. Matthews recovers.
21 seconds, and everyone's still firing their bodies at each other, making sure.
Both teams starting to look a little worn down. It's been nearly 60 minutes of hockey thus far. And it looks like we might have a little more, case dependent on how this defensive zone draw goes for the Minute Women.
Not well.
You are right, as the Purple Eagles lose the draw, but they're forced back into the neutral zone. Covered by Matthews. She gives that one off to Evans. They'll let it play. 10 seconds to go. Minute Women need a miracle here. Joanna Zhu can't find it. Shot from the wall from Ardwin. 1 second. Time expires. And we will be going to overtime. Appropriate for this senior day, Valentine's Day. Huge matchup here at the Mini Mullins Center. Dylan, your thoughts on some extra hockey?
Well, we knew it was going to be cagey, and it ended up being just that. Everyone fighting for every puck. That usually leads to very cautious hockey, and exactly what you'd expect from these two teams who have played so well to this point this season, and they want that extra win in their columns. UMass just coming off of their first loss of a long time. It was a 9-game winning streak before this. Niagara did break that, and now they have an opportunity to continue to pile on.
Lot on the line here for both teams. Have to remember the series balance. They're 1-1-1 this season. Both teams have a win over each other and a tie. Both teams trying to decide a victory. UMass a little more to play today. Looking to defend their home ice on senior day and avenge, like you said, that loss last night that snapped their streak. Have to remember, Minute Women ranked 11th in the country right now. They're thinking tournament at the end of the year.
Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting look to the end of this season for the Minute Women, and a win here would go a long way.
As we approach the end of the season, every win is crucial.
It's going to be 3-on-3 for 5 minutes in camp. This is a Niagara game that they've dominated, doubling the shots of the Minute Women. They have an opportunity here to go on a sweep in a big, big, big way.
3-on-3.
Gromko, Arguin, and Shelby Little out there for the Minute Women. Face-off is won by Arguin. She's going to take it with Little. And this is a lot of open ice. I'm not used to seeing this open ice here.
Minute Women in no rush to enter the zone. They want to do this right.
Gromko now off of the stick. Clipperton won by Little.
Risky play by Little as she's the only defensewoman. Steps up on the play to keep it in the offensive zone.
Stretch pass attempt, and it goes by the leg. Fighting for it now on the board is Gromko. Inside to Arguin. Holds it up. Back to Little. Ivory Arguin back to Little again. Little will now take command. Switching in is the goal scorer, Kelsey Partridge. Little now flicks it in towards goal. Arguin behind the net. Takes a hop over her stick. Clipperton to get rid of the puck, and she will chip it down looking for Kyla Fleming, and that'll be a change now for Niagara. Little flips possession over to Partridge. Gets around. Great move by Kelsey Partridge. Sends a Purple Eagle flying. Intercepted now by Layla Rushford. Rushforth going the other way. Toe drag. Chance. Scores! Niagara win it in overtime. You try once, it doesn't go. You try twice, it doesn't go. The third time is the charm. And Layla Rushforth with the game-winning goal for the Purple Eagles to set off the sweep.
We saw it earlier in this game. Abby Dunn was forced to play defense out of position. Got beat by the move that we've seen all day. Toe drag. Finishes in a heartbreak on St. Valentine's Day. Ironic. Difficult loss for the Minutewomen. They lose last night to Niagara and again to Niagara today. But a hard-fought effort. Great honoring of our seniors today. Couldn't pull out the win, but a whole team effort even through overtime.
They can't fault the effort here as the Minutewomen lose their second straight in the series against Niagara. Niagara taking the series for the season with 2 wins, 1 loss, and the 1 tie. A quick overtime goal coming courtesy of Layla Rushforth. Niagara with the win, 3-2. This was women's hockey on WMUA YouTube. We thank everyone here for tuning in to us all season and today. I've been Dylan Shalom here with Cam Neary. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.